What's up, guys? Welcome into Packers Total Access. My name is Clayton. You can check us out on packernet.com. Find me on Twitter at Packers_access. Email us, PackersTotalAccess@gmail.com. You can text us 865-658-5824. Join alongside Tim Tim in Green Bay, Emilio in Tennessee, here to talk some Packers. And more specifically, we're going to break down a Chalk Talk episode for you guys and gals with this win over the Chicago Bears. We got 15 plays to go through that I feel like are the most important plays. There's a few that didn't make the cut, and we'll probably observe those over the next day or so. We'll just kind of interweave it into the show. We will be doing a morning show tomorrow, and we'll also be doing an evening show tomorrow as well, as we got some rain rolling through. So we'll be ready to get back in here and talk some Packers tomorrow. But before we get started here today, let's give a quick shout out to the good folks over at Ticket King, the official ticket provider of Packer Fan Total Access Live. Wisconsin-based since '92, specializing in Packers tickets. They're Wisconsin's largest ticket source with offices next to Lambeau and in Milwaukee. Click on the link in the video description that'll send you to theticketking.com, where you can register for free as a customer and go ahead and start shopping for your Packers tickets. Again, that's Ticket King, the official ticket provider of Packer Fan Total Access Live. Guys, is there anything you want to hit on before we jump into Chalk Talk here? I know we've been kind of digesting all the information, and we've got key analytics that have come out, and you've seen replays 500 times. Is there anything at the forefront of your all's mind that maybe you didn't cover in the post-game show that kind of sticks out to you?
Yeah, I think first and foremost we have to mention that
the Bears still suck.
Great point, Tim.
That's all I got, though. That's it.
Like I said, put that number up to 2,200 days since they beat us. So I snagged these from Packers Unscripted with Mike and Wes, but just a couple of notes from it. So 1939 was the last time the Packers won on a field goal block on the last play of the game. That was against the Cleveland Rams. 1939 was the last time we won on a field goal block on the last play of the game.
Give it up for Carl Brooks.
Wow.
Let's go.
And then, like I was saying last night, 25 years ago, the Bears broke a 10-game losing streak to the Packers on a blocked field goal. This past week, we continued a 10-game win streak on a blocked field goal, which came by Carl Brooks, which is the second block of his career, along with Colby Wooden. He's got 2. And then since 2022, Rich Bisaccia was hired in 2022, we have the second most field goal blocks in the NFL, only second to Pittsburgh at 10. We have 6. So, I mean, I know we got a lot of hate on, Rich and everybody and the Wii fence and all that, but we got to keep in mind that they are still producing. You just don't see it every time.
Exactly. Hey, if you guys would, I'm trying to create a poll question right now. This is how professional we are, man.
Nice.
We're just doing it on the fly.
We'll do it live.
What should be the choices for defensive player of the week? Are we going to allow Carl Brooks into that, seeing it was a special teams play? Should we still kind of throw him into the defensive player of the week, you think?
I mean, he had a couple pretty doggone good plays on defense, too, now.
So we'll put Carl Brooks. We'll go Rashawn Gary. Rashawn, I think he ended up with 3 pressures, 1 sack. Who else comes to mind? We'd like to get 4 choices here for everybody in the chat, so. It's tough because the defense did struggle, right?
Yeah.
TJ Slaton.
I was going to say TJ as well.
TJ Slaton got a sack, right? So we'll go to TJ Slaton. No one had any picks. Did anybody make any outstanding plays in the passing game as far as coverage goes?
Yeah, Quay Walker made a great.
Yeah, number 7 on the field, green dot on his helmet.
We all know we're not going to put him on that.
You see, Prince in here, Brenton Cox Jr. Yeah,
there you go.
Sack and tackle.
There's a guy.
Let's do that. We'll go Brenton Cox Jr., the meat missile himself, right?
There's a possum in a dumpster.
All right, you guys, make sure you go vote. All right, sorry to be so unprofessional there. That's how we roll. Though this show sucks, okay? And then that way, because we got the offensive player, it ran away with it. Christian Watson, the offensive player of the week here on PTA. So we just want to, like I said, throw a defensive
On 4 catches, nonetheless. And what they said, they were saying every one of his catches was an explosive play. That is unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, he's one of those guys that if he puts it all together, he can be that true number 1. And you guys know, I look at a number 1. I think people throw that term around a lot. And to most fans, a number 1 wide receiver is the best wide receiver on that team. To me, that's not a true number 1 wide receiver. A true number 1 wide receiver tilts the coverage, tilts the field, in his direction, right? He's that guy that DC's would call a Tuesday player, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone that you got to build the defensive game plan around. I think Watson has that ability, and we've gotten past the injuries now, right? And listen, he's going to get injured again. That's going to happen. Every player's going to get hurt. But the hammy thing, they got that buttoned up. We're good.
Yep.
He put on some extra muscle, some extra weight, so he looks healthy there. His hands have gotten – have you guys noticed it too? Do you feel like his hands have gotten so much better this year?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So I think we got a real shot there of having that true number one. To me, he's in the lead right now for that guy who's going to get the second contract at a pretty good chunk too. So
yeah, we already know he can block. So I mean, what else is there to have in a wide receiver? The fact that we can bring him into the U position or bring him right behind the tackle and actually put him in the middle of a run play. Yeah, that is special in a outside wide receiver.
And what it says is LaFleur not only sees him as a wide receiver, he sees him as a tight end. Like, that sounds stupid, it sounds silly, but that's what they're doing when they put him in that wings position, right?
Yeah. Wait for him to just sit. Wait for him and Jacobs to be in the backfield 6 yards deep or something, just sitting there waiting.
Yeah, and we see his rookie year. His rookie year, he can run the jet sweeps, right? Yep. He can do that. So, and he's not a bad choice to have out there if you're going to run a bubble screen too on an RPO and have him as the lead blocker, man. So again, you don't want to overreact to one good performance, but we've seen it this year. He's had minimal targets, and when he is targeted, other than the game there in the pouring rain against Detroit, he's pretty much came through, right? So I'm excited. I'm excited to see him, grow as a player. But anyway, let's get into Chalk Talk. Y'all ready?
Yeah. Before we get in there, Andy Watkins has had too many daddy sodas. Notification came on, so I had to say hello. Bears fans in Illinois are miserable.
Man, it's the gift that keeps on giving, Andy. It's every time I log on to I about said turn on Twitter like it's like I'm a grandpa turning on TV or something.
Fired up.
Bro, every time I fire up the old Twitter machine, there's a Bears fan. There's another video coming out of a Bears fan just losing their mind. I love it. So anyway, shouldn't have been who was it that said that? Cat Williams, you shouldn't have been talking. Right. So anyway. All right, here we go. First play, guys. Quick recap of the game. Packers win 20-19, right? Week 11 at Chicago. Turnover differential, Chicago won 1-0. The middle eight, Chicago won 7-0, and the Packers had 8 explosive plays to the Chicago Bears 7. Also a key statistic here. You guys know I'm real big on first down passes. Like I want to see those harnessed. Don't get overboard crazy with that. This game, we only had 8 first down passes, and we connected on 6 of those 8. So huge statistic there. If you don't have that, if that number is closer to 4 than 6 or closer to 3 than 6, probably losing that ball game, right? So just another key statistic. But here we go. First play, first quarter, 14-22 left in the first quarter. 2nd and 9 play from their own 31-yard line. This is an explosive run from Josh Jacobs for 10 yards. Listen, this ain't nothing fancy, but these explosive runs matter. All right, the play call is 12 pistol twins, strong left, 21 duo, or 26 cutback. Again, when you're talking duo, you're talking double-double. All right, meaning there's going to be 2 double team blocks on the line of scrimmage. The touchdown later in the game, when I said Tom Brady called it duo, and I wanted to say, I don't look like duo to me, you didn't see 2 double teams. But again, we may not understand the full extent of the duo call, right? It might have been set up for duo, and the way that the defense played it, you couldn't get to the double teams, but that's what Brady called it. And when the GOAT calls it something, you just shut the hell up and say, yes, sir, that's right, it's duo. So maybe we'll fully understand that someday. But I feel like this is a duo play. Now, when we talk about 21 duo, we're talking 2 being the running back, and then you've got odd numbers to the left. So this is designed to go A gap left, in my opinion. So we were looking to run this, and this is out of that pistol set we talk about. We're looking to go A gap left, right? What you're going to notice is, as he's done all year long, Josh Jacobs is going to, you know what, we're just going to cut this thing out here and go out the 6 gap. So a 6 is obviously going to be outside zone or an outside run, almost like a stretch play, location of where you're going to run on the outside shoulder of, what would that be? The 2, the 4, the 6, the outside shoulder of the tackle, right? So you're going to see him bust this thing out. And this is what Josh Jacobs does so well, man. The blocking was pretty good on this play too, but watch Jacobs as they use a little bit of motion here. They're going to motion the twins. When we say 12 pistol, first of all, we're talking 1 running back, 2 tight ends. That's where you get your 12. 1 running back, 2 tight ends equaling 12. And then when we say twins, That's what we're talking about. You got twin wide receivers. So the receivers are on one side of the field. And when you say strong left, that's identifying the strong side of the formation, which is the left side there with the two tight ends. Watch Josh Jacobs on this cut back here. Again, he's going to start a gap. He's like, I think we'll just take it out here, fellas. Look at that cutback, boys. And look, we're getting in the mix. Christian Watson.
Yep, he was trying to lead. He saw it, got off his man, tried to get up there and lead.
Yep. Now let's see if this truly is duo or if we think it's something else. See if you can pick up a double-double. Basically, two double teams on the offensive line. You can see them shaping up already. But let's see how it plays out right here. Ball snapped. All right, you see the two double teams, right?
Yep.
You got one here, one here. Okay. Actually, you got three double teams, which is kind of cool, right?
Yep.
So I would definitely call this duo. Does anybody disagree with that? Amelia, you disagree that that's duo there?
No, because I mean you're getting 2-on-1 or across there, and then you're basically leaving Josh Myers out to dry, but he's doing a great job standing that man up.
You read my mind. That's the first thing I saw, man. Look at Josh, dude.
Yeah.
Just crushing it right here.
And you see Sean Ryan is trying to get to the second level. Typically with duo, it is two double team blocks and what they call vertical power. You're not moving a gap, but you're trying to get to that next level, right? So that's what it appears to be for me. And there's nothing going on in that A gap, is there not? Nothing.
No.
And look at this. Let's just take it out here. And we're off to the races.
So
and then the shoulder lowers the shoulder to finish it off. Get that extra yard and a half or 2 yards there.
Yeah.
Love it.
A little bit of future vision. Clay, I know you were talking the empty A gap. He knew that, maybe he felt that I was going to get filled. It did. It closed quick. Open in the NFL isn't open for very long.
Right. And you're right. There's a little bit of a cutback right here too.
Yep.
But I love that Josh Jacobs is like, no, you're good. This guy's probably going to get pulled in as you're looking at that gap, right?
And you already had the inside backer.
There it is. So
and then Josh loses his man, which isn't a problem at this point because he's already passed him.
Right. And this is what Tim was talking about, just running through that defender and picking up another 2 yards. Absolutely huge. So, again, explosives, when you hear us say explosive plays, it's runs of 10 yards or more, passing plays of 20 yards or more. And when you hit on an explosive play, whether it's a run play of 10 yards or more or a passing play of 20 yards or more, it triples your chances of scoring on that current drive. All right. That's why we're constantly mentioning explosive plays. So, again, that was first quarter run there by Josh Jacobs, kind of setting the tone. As you guys know, that opening drive went really, really well, right? So here's a little later in that drive, we're going to get another explosive run. This is first quarter.
Bunch nasty X. I love it. I love it.
So we got first quarter, 11:37 left, 1st and 10 at Chicago's 28. This is Emmanuel Wilson, 13-yard run. And this is a really cool. We've gotten away from the slice. Split flow, split zone, slice. Bobby Peters calls it slice in his book. I'm thinking that's more of Matt LaFleur's terminology. But when we're talking about a slice play, guys, it just simply means that you've got zone in one direction and then a sift block in the opposite. Okay, so here's the play call. 11 ace, like Tim said, bunch nasty X. What that means is you got a bunch set. Your X receiver is in a nasty split inside the numbers. Everyone's inside the numbers here. Okay, so you're really putting strain on a defense. Look at the hat count over here on this side. Like if you wanted to try to throw the ball up here, you've got two defenders trying to cover 3 targets essentially, right? 1, 2, 3. So you're already putting stress on the defense. You see, where's Jordan's head right now? He's looking over there, isn't he? So you got
look at this.
Yeah, bunch nasty X, strong left, F zipper wing. All right. So the F is going to run zipper and come back to the wing. And the call is going to be 23 slice, but we're going to go 22 cutback. All right. So let's get this F in motion here. So you see, when we say zipper or what we refer to as yo-yo, he's going to come over. That gives them information. And now, all right, let's come on back. So check this out. Now, when you bring him back, look at the hat count you got. Okay. Yep. So now you got Jaden Reed's going to help block too. But again, if we take it back just a frame with the slice, what's going to happen is the tight end's going to come all the way across the formation and set this edge right here. And what that's going to allow Tom to do is not even focus on this guy. Everybody's going to block down in this direction. So you really got a zone left blocking scheme because the slice is going to seal off the backside edge. And then you're also tacking on the F, who's going to be over here as an extra blocker as well. Now, when we say 23 slice, again, the 2 is the halfback. 3 is an odd number, so it's designed to go to the left. So it's going to be 1, 3. So this is a B gap zone. So this is zone B, right? Split flow or slice or split zone is what it's called. Now, even though he's going for the B gap, Manuel Wilson been watching Josh Jacobs here, boys. He's actually going to bounce it back and go 22, all right, on the gap he uses. Watch the split flow and how this sets up. And again, you see the yo-yo or the zipper, see the sift block coming around. Sean Ryan kind of gets beat off the ball here, but I love what Sean Ryan does. He's like, okay, you want to be that aggressive? I'm just going to pancake your ass. Watch this. Just get on the ground, little boy.
Yep.
Right. And then again, when we say it with the 22 cut back, it's not that he was cutting back across this side of the formation. It's that everybody's blocking down zone, that's where the 2 gap ends up. So he ends up in the 2 gap, which again is to the right. So it's going to be on Josh Myers' or I guess it would be his inside shoulder. It's kind of weird once they cross the formation. But again, Sean Ryan's going to be on the ground pancaking that guy. So he's going to stay to his inside right here, you see. So now he's cutting off of Josh Myers. Look at Josh Myers getting to that next level.
I was just going to say, here's Josh jumping off the tape again, right? Looking for work. Back that up like a couple clicks here.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't see this earlier this year or even last year. He's looking for work here. Normally he's stumbling down the field blocking air. And here he's looking for work. That's clutch right there, man.
Look at Tom. Look at Myers. Look at Watson. Look at Dobby.
Yep.
Everybody getting a guy. Right here, Elton Jenkins getting a guy. I mean,
look at those 2 circles you just had there at the bottom, Clay. Tom and Romeo, 2 best run blockers that game. You know what I mean? So it's like you get him up there to the second level. He's 7 yards downfield. Jacobs, do your thing. We got Ben Sims over here or Tucker Kraft taking out 2 for 1. I'll take 2 for 1 any day of the week. You know, Sean Ryan pancake and everybody's up to the second level. That's Matt must have been cheesing in film room Monday.
Yeah,
no block, no rock.
Coach Lynn says Watson took over Musgrave's role. He really did. Because, Musgrave is that guy that you treat more like a receiver than a tight end, but he can block on these cornerbacks because he's got that tight end build. Christian Watson, man, I feel really comfortable saying Christian Watson is a better run blocker than any tight end on our team. Like, I don't know if I'm over-exaggerating or what, and you wouldn't dare try to put Christian Watson in there on a 240-pound backer, right? I mean, he can do it, but you would want Tucker Kraft making that block. But Christian has just been phenomenal in this aspect of his game. Mm-hmm. And, again, Dobby getting out there too, man. And again, with the zipper motion, what is it doing? Look where Six's eyes are. He doesn't even know who's got the ball. He's still focused on the F.
Yep.
Right? That's what that does for you. And again, Emmanuel Wilson with great burst, run through an arm tackle. He's going to lower his shoulder, pick up an extra yard as well. So
I love it.
Yeah. And again, last year we kind of overused split flow, right? Those slice plays. And it got to the point where they didn't work. This year you haven't seen it much at all. We haven't called it out hardly at all on Chalk Talk, have we? Mm-hmm. Now you're going back to it, right? So it's huge.
Tell me what you had to get away from the SIF. I remember, that was a big problem. But look at you got the 2 on the left side. That's who Ben Sims is about to take out. That corner and that DN. Zach Tom said, I don't even need to worry about it. Take him out.
Yeah,
and that's
just a beautiful play.
That's what 1 of 3 plays for Emmanuel Wilson, and he does that with the ball in his hand.
Bingo.
I mean, I was blocked up great. Josh Jacobs could have got this, at least the same amount of yards. But I'm just saying, like, you got to take advantage of those opportunities on the field.
Yeah. Yep. All right, boys. This one's a lot of fun here. This is the touchdown throw to Jaden Reed. First 11-15 left. 1st and 10 at Chicago's 15. This is Love to Reed for 15-yard touchdown. I want you guys to key in on something here. This big chunker right here got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. And Jordan's seen it. So Jordan says, go, 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 right? To me, they didn't run an all-go play here, but Jordan was just saying, let's get to the line and get a free shot here. And you'll understand why they didn't go all-go. And they may have something baked into their offense where if we're inside the 20 and we get a free play like this because we're catching too many men on the field, let's run this version of it, which essentially turns into 11 ace nasty. I didn't cuss. It's ace nasty, all right? Trey left stack, 585, Y leak, T safe is the play call. Let's talk about what all that means. So with the 11 ace nasty, obviously ace is single back, 1 running back, right? You've only got 1 tight end, okay? When we're talking stack, Trey left stack, a Trey formation is when you've got 3 targets to one side and one of those 3 is a tight end. If they were all 3 receivers, we'd call it trips instead of Trey, all right? That's the difference there. And when we say stack, they're not necessarily stacked, but if they're within a yard of each other, I just refer to this as stack. They're kind of stacked on top of each other. That makes it really, really difficult for any kind of switch releases that may happen for these corners to pick out their work. All right. 585 is real simple. If you go to the route tree, the number system on the route tree, a 5 is let's see here. A 5 is an out. All right. So it's going to be an out route, which he's actually going to work it deeper. And this is what I was talking about. Rather than all go, I think they're taught out route. Right. And then the 8, if I remember correctly, is a post. So Jaden Reed is going to get up here and work a post. And then the 5 is going to be on the other side, which is going to be another out, get up here toward the goal line and work an out route for Romeo. And then the Y leak is going to be the flat. So he's just going to kind of chip and then work underneath and give him a safety valve if you need it. If that was the normal play call, in my opinion, that's why they just stuck with it, get to the line real quick so you could take advantage of that guy being on the field. The T is going to stay safe, so he's just going to pass block. So 6-man protection. You've got 4 in the route. And this is a free play, so get your money's worth. You'll see Jordan here too. See him look over right there? He sees those big cheeks. He sees that big dump right there.
He hasn't even passed the numbers yet. He is struggling.
He knows. He's like, man, I can wait a couple more seconds, let my boys get set here. So, yeah, he said he's got dumps like a truck. Snap this ball, right? All right, free play, and he's just going to look for Reed right here. And again, if you do all go, you're going to run out of real estate in the back of the end zone, right? Mm-hmm. That's why I think they just stuck with the same play. You can work the out. You can work the out with this 585, and it's just a skinny post. And this poor guy right here don't know what the hell he's going to do. We're just going
to especially with them walk down with that safety right there in the orange over by the 5-yard line. He's walked down in cover 3 kind of at the beginning. Yep. And then why not have 2 outs or at least 2 corners or something to pull your outside corners away from the middle of the field? That's your shot.
Yeah. No, it's perfect. And Jordan, no hesitation too, man. He could have hit Watson here too, probably, right? Yeah. Watson, that's a great route. But I love that he just took his spot right down this seam right here. He knew that was going to be his easiest opportonity.
Hammer that back, pre-snap? Can we go back pre-snap? I swear, it's almost like we've seen this before. Have you seen this before? Does this remind you of anyone else? Like maybe a guy that Jordan backed up for a couple of years? I mean – catching with their hand in the cookie jar. I mean, that's the AR-12 trademark right there.
Yeah, I feel comfortable, Tim, saying that Jordan's got to be top 3 or at least top 5 in catching the defense in these type of situations. The problem is they keep blowing the play dead rather than letting them get those free shots. And that's the difference between Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers scolding the hell out of those officials. Those officials, like, it's Aaron Rodgers, I'm going to give him that free play.
I feel like Aaron's the reason the league tightened up on that so much.
Oh, absolutely.
He was just exploiting the hell out of it so much. Got to love it. Don't get caught with 12 on the field, man.
Yeah, what was that? They got the explanation Tom Brady did or whatever. It was once Elton put his hand on him, then we lose the free play. Okay.
Right. And you're taught to do that because if the defensive lineman comes across the line of scrimmage, no one moves and he gets back, there's no penalty. So the offensive linemen are taught as quick as they come across, put your hand on them.
Engage right away.
And I don't want to pick on Josh Myers, but in that situation, I think what Tom Brady was trying to say was as soon as that guy jumps, everyone is expecting that center to snap the ball.
Yeah, right.
So the backup plan is if the center doesn't snap the ball quick enough, get your hand on him and at least get the 5 yards. You know what I'm saying?
So in other words, we're back to snap the freaking ball, Josh.
I didn't want to be the one to say it, but that's kind of what it felt like to me. You know,
I'm joking. Josh played great in this game. I'm not, going to break them down too much here.
But if we can get a snap and run the free play, I'd like the refs not to be able to take that from us for sure.
Yep.
Let's take a look at this quick set for pass blocking too. These guys had to hurry. You'll see Jordan look over his shoulder again right here at the cheeks. He said, "Oh, some big cheeks right there." Yeah, let's do this, boys. Get on. See, go. You see him slap Josh?
Yep.
Watch Josh. He sees right here like, Josh, we're going, buddy. Let's go. A little friendly. Now let's see. Look at the pass block, boys. That's beautiful.
Yep.
Jordan going to let that thing rip, boy. I love that he protected his receiver too. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Like rather than throw him into that safety, he's going to put it on the backside of him, right?
Yep. Yeah. Stop your route now, Jaden Reed. Catch this ball.
There is a truck about to hit you right in the mouth with an F.
How many? I can't wait for us or whoever the media team, whatever, do a cut up of all of his seam shots into the end zone this year. I mean, just how many of those has he fired in there?
Right. All right. So again, that was the first quarter of that opening drive. It ends in the 15-yard touchdown. Unfortunately, it got really, really quiet for the offense for quite some time in that game. Let's fast forward now. First quarter, 10:34. This is a 3rd and 8 play at their own 33. This is a Caleb Williams 16-yard scramble. So everybody's talked about this. Listen, I've heard people, and it's so hard to bite your tongue. In one breath, they're saying we need to play more man coverage. In the next breath, you're getting beaten coverage, and you're going, oh, what the hell are we doing? Why is Carrington Valentine in single coverage over there against that guy? That's man coverage, right? We need to blitz more, and then when they blitz and the ball comes out quick, that was pointless to blitz. Now it's the whole argument as old as time of you heard fans in the stands, you've heard them, sitting on, hearing you drunk, watching football with your drunk cousin or whatever, right? What do they always say? Hey, we need to run the ball. And then when they run the ball, we need to be passing the ball. It's like, don't matter what it is, they're not happy, right? So they did run a touch spy here. But the problem, in my opinion, was I think it was Cooper. Cooper really underestimated Caleb Williams' speed, pretty much on 2 crucial third downs. And you guys know I love Edgerrin Cooper. This is what rookies do, right? He's used to being the fastest guy on the field in college. And now you've got quarterbacks like you're going up against the best of the best in terms of college talent making it to the pros. And this type of stuff's going to happen from time to time. But nickel 4-2-5, double A mug, Will T, all right, which is going to be kind of a stunt. So you're going to take the will backer is going to go first, and the tackle is going to stunt off of him. So let's identify the will right out of the bat. I'm pretty sure this was Cooper. Yeah, it is. So there's your tight end. That makes Cooper your Mike, all right? And that's how I do it in blue here. That makes Quay your Will. So now that we know that, let's draw this up. We're going Will T. So he is going to press, he being Quay, and then the defensive tackle is going to work off of him in a stunt play. All right, that's how that's going to work. That's what Will T means. All right, mock touch is real simple. You're going to have our boy Edgerrin Cooper, who's the mock, is going to come up and touch the center like he's blitzing, and he's actually spying Caleb. His eyes are going to be on Caleb. His job is to spy Caleb Williams here, okay? And we're in cover 1 man. You guys know I'm not a big man coverage guy. This is why, especially against mobile quarterbacks. When you turn your back to the quarterback, you're going to get cooked. It's going to happen from time to time. So you got to take the good with the bad. But everybody's pretty much man coverage across the board here. They're going to be playing a little catch man out here, depending on how this is, if this is a switch release or not. And again, when you're going Mike touch, your backer is occupied with it's not a drop. I wouldn't call it a Mike drop or a cover 1 drop. It's more of just a cover 1 spy, essentially. And of course, our boy McKinney is going to be covering deep. So again, with knowing all that now, okay, knowing that now, what's the reasoning for Caleb Williams picking up this crucial third down here early in the game? All right, let's watch it and you tell me. You see the touch spy, you see Coop, he's watching. To me, he gets way too deep in this spy, right? You need to be released right now and ready to go. And you see, he just kind of see how the guy's got his jersey a little bit too. He got him by the arm. Look right there. He's holding him by the hand.
That's what touch spy is, right? You don't want to fully engage and
exactly.
You want to get in and get out.
Bingo. All you want to do with that touch spy is you want to smack him in the chest and get off of him. And instead, he's just hanging. That right there is all Caleb needed. See how he's got him by the arm?
Yep.
And I'm not suggesting they should throw a flag for a hold there. I'm just simply saying Cooper's got to know I got to get a little bit of depth. I got to get a little bit of separation from him because I think he thinks he's got him right here. I really do. Right? Yeah. I mean, you see it, Emilio. He's got a beat on him. He's like, all right, I'm going to run this guy down. Mm-hmm. And he just underestimates his speed.
Yeah, not a great angle, though, either.
Right.
Really.
No, it should have been a lot flatter to begin with. But like you said, what that reminds me of is Hafley in his presser, I don't know, a couple weeks ago was talking about, remember when Cooper was in that Tampa 2 and he went down the field, broke up the pass, and Jaguars receiver shattered his collarbone or whatever? That right there was the same idea. Just, I don't need you to drop all the way down the field. Hafley was not mad at him, but that coaching point is he got way too far in. You don't even need to take 3 steps in. It's like all you need to do is hold him long enough for Quay and that tackle to swap. And then right after he punches him, like just go in there and slap him in the face mask. You know what I mean? Just kind of mess with him and then peel out.
Right. And get out.
I don't need you in there at all.
Or jam him super hard and then get out.
Right.
Like right away.
And here's a good look at that will T. See how he's trying to go through the rib cage of that offensive lineman to free up this pass rusher, right? That was the whole plan here. So you see him come off of that. And right here, you know, Edgerrin's got eyes on him. You're feeling pretty good about that right there. I mean, look at this still shot and tell me how the hell does he scramble left?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a game of inches. It truly is. And you see Gary getting double teamed. I know people refuse to believe that, but he's over there getting double teamed again. And Enigbare right here, right? Like, what are you doing? Why are you over here?
At least he
now?
stayed on the ground that time. But like,
right. So Caleb going to sneak out the backside, and here's Coop. Like you said, Amelia, when you're saying take it a little, he should be taking this angle, right?
Yeah.
And you know you're going to have help inside here.
But
you
roll that.
Let him beat you out.
Roll it back a half second there. Watch Cooper's head one more time. You see him. He's still trying to see around this dude. He can't even. He's still trying to work his way around this center and see. Like when he's watching him, it's like, all right, where's Caleb? Okay, I'm sitting there. I'm good. Right now, he should have been off of him.
Yeah,
looking left, look right side, left side, right side. Oh, okay, I gotta go.
Yeah.
No, we don't need that.
That was a great look at the hold on Kenny Clark there too. If you back up,
right.
Like blatantly,
you're trying to sell it too much at that point. That's too much sugar on that play.
Yeah, and I think it's also, like I said, I think he was a little bit like, damn, I didn't think Caleb was that fast. You know, I think there was a little bit of that too.
He went back to the sideline and said, "Evan, man, you didn't tell me."
Yeah, how did you do this?
Yeah,
Oregon, bro. So again, that was a 3rd and 8 play that should have been. I mean, everyone did their job well, other than Edgerrin on that play. And I'm not trying to roast him. It's just he, you know, it's a rookie. Those things are going to happen. He's a rookie. So that's going to be a 16-yard scramble. What that's going to do is lead to a Chicago field goal, and the score is now 7-3. Okay, now fast forward, the Packers first down incompletion leads to a Green Bay punt, so we give the ball right back. That's why I'm going to mention where these first down incompletions are, because it's important. We only had 2 first down incompletions, but it kills drives like before they even get started. So that's why you ended up punting there. So now the next play is going to be second quarter, 14:57 left, 2nd and 10, Green Bay 45-yard line. This is the Brenton Cox Jr. sack. Just wanted to show it real quick. Now, I know people are raving over Brenton Cox Jr. Watch him win player of the game as I say what I'm about to say. There's nothing – I know everybody wants a savior in the pass rush, but you're going to see here, this is just going to be a boot. They're going to run a play-action boot, and Brenton Cox Jr. just got a free run at the quarterback. There's nothing – I mean, this is going to be somewhat of an outside run. It might be a B to C gap run right here. So he don't have any responsibility in tackling that ball carrier. His focus is making sure that if they boot off of this, he's going after the quarterback. He plays it as good as you can, don't get me wrong. And the call was a 4-3 over. Again, with the 4-3 over, I think they motioned their tight end, if I remember correctly. Yes. So they're going to motion over, so it's going to be strong left. I watched too much damn football this week. So is that what you're laughing at, Emilio?
I know. I was laughing at the fact that they motioned the tight end over, and his eyes must have lit up, man. He was like, "Are you kidding me?" And they're blocking down? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So in a 4-3 over, it means you've got a 3 tech on the strong side of 1 tech on the weak side. Okay, this is now strong left because these 2 tight ends. 4-3 over. We're going to go Tampa 2, Mike. So the Mike is going to be the one playing Tampa 2. He's looking to pick up. He's got eyes back here right now. Whichever one of these guys go vertical, he's going to make sure he plays over top of them and then down. All right, that's what we're talking about with Tampa 2. Everyone else is just kind of deep half, underneath, right? That's how that's going to play out. So watch our boy Brenton Cox Jr. just come untouched right on the quarterback. Right here, what is he thinking, boys? My man, it's like, let's eat. Bang.
Oh.
So you see what I'm saying, though? I'm not trying to be negative, but like, Tim, Brenton Cox Jr. didn't do anything like crazy there, right? Like it's a free run at the quarterback.
He did. He played within the scheme. He did. Brilliant play call by Jeff Affley. I mean, that's what it was. You know, sniff this out, and Caleb has no idea what's coming. Can you imagine the sheer surprise when he turned out of that boot and just ran right into 57's chest?
Right there, he's like, "What the hell? Oh no, ear hole."
He came out of there and said, "Here's a guy."
And he slowed down enough too when he closed in on Caleb. I mean, like he could have blown him up. He could have.
Yep.
You know.
Right.
But I'm glad he got him down, right? That's all that matters.
Bingo. I'm okay with that because make sure you get him down first and foremost, right?
Yeah, you don't see those. Remember those? They were running some of those clips of like Brady and all the old quarterbacks. Dude gets like drilled from behind, like his whole back. Dude like turns into a reverse arch, and I mean that you don't see that very often anymore. It seems like.
Yeah. So the Brenton Cox Jr. sack led to a Chicago punt, which led to the Jordan Love interception, right? And Green Bay still leads 7-3. So you kind of squandered that with the turnover there inside the red zone. I figured there's no reason in showing that play. We know what happened. He airmailed the ball. It's that simple, right? The ball got away from him. Let's not waste any time trying to break down. Was his index finger the last finger on the ball? I ain't going to get into that stuff. You know.
But real quick to that point, the fact that it still adds to the issue of he's like 100% on turnover worthy plays and actual like interceptions. Like he cannot catch a break on any of that.
Can't. Yeah. Because if that DB drops that interception, you probably end up scoring a touchdown, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we had 5 red zone trips, three touchdowns, and then 2 no points at all.
I like to look at the positive on that play. The ball got out on time. It was the right read. It just sailed on him a little bit.
Right. That's it. Yeah. That's it. And that's how LaFleur handled it too. That type of stuff's going to happen. It's the mental mistakes you got to clean up. And I thought he did. I think he played damn near flawless other than the dime piece he dropped into Christian Watson in double coverage. He should have threw to Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
And again, he made the play.
But Matt put him in that position to throw that ball, right?
Absolutely.
Like, we were 2nd and 1 on the 6 or something. We just needed to get a yard, and we would have a brand new set of downs on the 5. Like, Matt, you got to run the ball there. We can't be passing it, and then we get ineligible downfield. We can't be having that.
Yep.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so let's fast forward now to second quarter, 3:17 left. This is a 3rd and 5 play at their own 42-yard line. Guys, we are in the middle 8 right now. All right, you want to know why we lost the middle 8? This play right here extends the drive. It's another 3rd down scramble. It's 3rd and 5 from their own 42. Caleb Williams with a scramble. So remember earlier, how did they end up scrambling? My opinion, the main focal point was man coverage. You're in man coverage, quarterback. That's a scrambling quarterback's dream is man coverage. Edgerrin Cooper was set there as a spy, so that's the way that Hafley's trying to counter that. But unfortunately, he got tied up, was late to the punch, and couldn't make it happen. So now, nickel 4-2-5, guess what? Cover one man. We're going to go will drop, all right? And I'm thinking that they had him play drop rather than a touch spy. He's just playing a true spy, but it's kind of in between. With a drop, you're typically like 7 yards and then playing down, right? In this case, he's kind of hovering around this mark right here, so he's staying a little shallow. That's why I think it was cover one spy. And we'll talk about what we mean by Wyatt Reckless here in a second. But again, everybody's in man coverage, so they're focusing on the work. If these guys go deep, and I don't know if they do or not on this play, I'm sure some of them did. All these defenders' backs are going to be turned to the quarterback. So this is on the spy, period, case closed, if he gets out of this pocket. Again, it's another 3rd down scramble. Cover one, you see everybody kind of sizing up their guy, right? And guess what happens? Now look at Quay. I heard people roasting Quay on this play. They're like, Quay's running in the opposite direction.
He's got to cover his guy. He's got to cover his man.
Don't hate the man, hate the call there, because that, and you guys know I'm critical of Quay. I don't think Quay has played good football at all. If it were up to me, I would not re-sign him unless it was a hell of a deal for the Packers. But in this case right here, he's in man coverage. He's got to go.
If he breaks off that assignment, that's a lob pass for probably a tutter up the sideline.
Yeah. Yep. And again, I'm pretty sure this was a drop / spy right here. I don't like that they've got him so far over on this side of the field, Emilio. You see the spy right here?
What I was just looking at, circle the Bears guy. Yeah, because who's that? Evan Williams up top, maybe? Or whoever's playing corner. One more up.
Yeah,
yep, right there.
Yeah, basically this is what you had with catch man. It's supposed to be this.
Yeah.
What I'm noticing with Hafley's defense is they are allowing them to pass man coverage off to the drop defender. So keep that in mind. And what I mean by that is if he's going to play outside leverage because they're in cover one man, this guy's got deep seams. So you don't let those receivers, you do not let them get out there, okay? Don't let it happen. Don't let the receivers get out here. You've got help in the middle. You're funneling them to the middle. So if they get so far gone, they'll just pass it off to this drop guy. I've noticed that on 2 or 3 different occasions this year where it seems like within the cover one drop scheme of Jeff Hafley's defense, they're just passing that off to the drop. So watch what
which I like. I do like that in a crosser look because he's got his coverage. The problem is Caleb Williams can move, and you can't be having him run a spy and a drop and cover a crosser because he's thinking I need to keep running towards the numbers when in reality he's got to cross both hashes and try to run Caleb down.
And again, he's underestimating Caleb's speed here because look at his angle, Emilio.
Yep.
He's going straight here rather than here, right?
Yeah, he needs to be 45. Yeah, he needs to be going to the 45.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I want to say this. In defense of him, it may not have been a true spy, and they might have been playing contain. And here's what I want to mention. Watch Gary on this rush. Notice how he doesn't just go after the quarterback. See how he's holding his ground?
Mm-hmm.
So I think what it was occupy the double team. You're going to shoot one, and everyone else off the edge, in my opinion, was supposed to be in a contain. Okay. And what I mean by that is this is what your pass rush look like. Blow it up and try to get to the quarterback, right? This guy, contain. You be ready to shed that and make the tackle if he scrambles. Contain. And then this is the occupy the double team top block right here or top rush here. Does that make sense? So you're going, okay, Clayton, then what the hell happened? Why didn't it work? Watch Devontae White and you'll see it better on the end zone cam here in a minute. This is what we talked about. You've heard me say he rushes the quarterback recklessly. Imagine that this is a true contain on the outside, and they're looking to just – this was Hafley's the last third down scramble. Hafley's going, hey, guys, listen, on this play, cover one man. Let's go cover one drop. Edge, you spy the middle, and guys, contain. Keep him in that pocket. Do not let him break the pocket, right? Imagine that's the call here, and watch what Devontae Wyatt does here. Completely takes the other guy out.
Yeah.
That's what happened right there. So it's easy to look up and go, Enigbari got pancaked. No, he didn't. He got pancaked by his own damn guy. It's easy to look up and go, okay, Edgerrin Cooper took the bad angle, and it's easy to look up and say, why's Quay running backwards down the field?
I think Devontae took the inside instead of the outside shoulder on that. Did he just rush the wrong way there off the snap?
And again, there's times, Tim, where you see him rush into other guys. It happened all year last year. He rushes into other people's lanes, and you just can't do it, man. You can't. Watch him right here. Look at that.
Yeah, no, he got – and that's the reason why the lane for Caleb opened right up. I mean, if he power rush into your dude, then work him. He decided he was going a gap shot and gets run down.
Yep. And again, this is – you could tell by both of them using the same technique, both Enigbari and Gary using that straight arm. Keep them off of you, right? Keep them off of you and be ready to shed when he goes to scramble. And Enigbari has no shot of doing that because he gets taken out by his own guy, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it looked like a mirror image. These two outside pass rushers were trying to get up the field and then shed back inside to trick Caleb, and it worked perfect. Look at them both, right? Now watch them both work back inside. See, a little pull. But the problem is Enigbari gets taken out by Wyatt. And then again, just a bad angle there by Coop, and Quay has got to be prepared for if Quay does what people wanted him to do and go after Caleb there, he just drops that pass right over the top, and that dude's probably picking up 30 yards.
Yep.
I hate man coverage. I need to say it one more time. I hate man coverage.
Oh, did you see Quay peel off when he knew he crossed the line of scrimmage? He said, all right, I'm going to peel off and actually make a run at him.
Yep. Right here.
Yep.
All right,
okay, he's fast. I'm coming.
Yep.
Andrew said, member for a month. Appreciate you, Andrew. Packers will be drafting to replace Quay, unfortunately.
It kind of
might have already did that.
Yeah.
Might have did that last year.
Now what you got to do is find some depth. So unless the stars align, I think that they'll go try to find another backer later in the draft. You know what I mean? Just to kind of, all right, now here's your new backup. Let Tyron Hopper climb the ladder a little bit and move forward that way.
If we're going defense early in this draft, I think it's probably going to be corner.
Yeah.
I
think so, Tim. Could be. Appreciate you, hour one. Thank you. This will be the start of hour two.
Emilio being all professional. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So again, I don't want some people are watching this and they're like, man, this is negative. We're not trying to be overly negative. What happened? Why did it happen? We've heard so much conversation about those scramble plays. We're back to Joe Barry's defense. Guys, that was press man coverage just now.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, the complaint was we played too far off. Then later on in the game, you get they're playing too far off. This is Joe. It's like sometimes the other team just beats you. That happens, right? And again, there was 3 things that went wrong on that play that allowed Caleb to scramble. One of which was some friendly fire. So it is what it is. But
real quick, Chris N, member for 8 months, he said this D needs turnovers to survive 0 the last 2. I think that is big, right? We were living off that early in the season, X and everything. We haven't had those, but they've survived. The under 20 points is I'll take it. If Hafley can keep them under 20 the rest of the season, we have a good defense. I feel like, that's not too hard to say after that, doing that in the NFL.
Yeah, I agree. So, again, that was another 3rd down scramble for a first down. Now, later in that drive, there was another 12-yard scramble by Caleb. I can only imagine what happened there. That leads to a Chicago touchdown. So now Chicago leads 10-7. The next drive, or later on in the game, Chicago gets another field goal. So now they're up 13-7. So now we're in the 3rd quarter, 9:41 left. This is a 2nd and 7 play from our own 33-yard line. This is Jordan Love to Josh Jacobs for 21 yards. And this is one of the passes that obviously Josh Jacobs caught. Love this play call here. You remember last year, Tim, when we were doing Chalk Talk, you probably remember this, how I kept saying I love that T-lead swing pass, but it's like Jordan kept getting to the read too late every time. It's like it was there and he just wouldn't take it. You're seeing him grow as a quarterback, I'm telling you. This call is 12 pistol strong right, Z nasty, the Z and a nasty split out here. All right. And the play call is going to be, let's just read it all off. 12 pistol strong right, Z nasty, X go slot cross, T lead swing. And it's going to be U89 with the lead block there. So the play call essentially goes X is going to be a go route. All right. Slot cross is going to be the Y climb, which is going to be Tucker Kraft is going to run a climb route or a crosser with a little bit of choice aspect to it. The Z is going to be the dig aspect of the slot cross. That's what we call slot cross, that concept right there. So X go slot cross. And then T lead swing, the U is going to swing out here as a lead blocker, and it's going to be a swing pass to the T or the tailback. All right, so that's your play call. 12 pistol strong right, Z nasty, X go slot cross, T lead swing with U89. Your U tight end, number 89, Ben Sims being the lead block. Chris Sims can't block. Block's worse than my grandma. She's been passed away for several years now. All right. So here we go. Ball snapped. Look at Jordan, how quick he gets to the lead swing. He's going to wait. All right, now we know right here everything's covered. There are way too many bodies out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bodies back there. Let's get it to the swing. Ben Sims sneaking a peek back, looking for it, right? Also making sure he doesn't get too far down the field, although he is an eligible receiver, so you're good. You just don't want to get pulled in.
Right, he just can't engage yet, right?
Yeah. Now look at this. Bang, hat on a hat. You're actually +1 in the hat count. Look at all this space. Jordan read it perfect. Matt LaFleur drew it up perfect. It don't get any better than that. What do you like?
Extra hitch. Go back a couple frames here on the release, because what we were seeing before on these is another ball pad or an extra hitch, and he's trying to cheat and get something over there. Yep, right where you are. He's looking to the middle and thinking someone's going to free up, and he wants, Jordan's got that killer instinct, right? Mamba mentality. He wants to go for the kill shot. But this shows great progression in his game. The discipline here to see that it's covered up and then just without hesitation, boom.
Quick little snap throw. Great protection too. Great protection.
Especially like you said, Tim, where you're looking on the C, middle of the field, they kind of get hung up. I think they're a little too close anyway. I think Tucker was trying to go back around the backside of the backer, and he just kept backpedaling. So that slot cross turned in almost like 2 ends. And yeah, he could have waited a half second, and maybe that does open up, across the 50, but you still have the dude closing in. I don't see it. I'm glad he made the decision. Even with Ben Sims throwing a chip to start the play.
Yep, absolutely.
If Jordan wanted to be overly aggressive, he's going to notice right here. We're going to freeze it right there. He knows that, oh, Lord, what happened? I'm just saying. All right, he knows right here, this is going to come open right here. Right?
Yeah, right.
So right here, he's got that if he wants it. But I love that he's like, you know what? Let's take the layup here. Let's take the layup right here. Look at this lead block. And this is probably my favorite play of the game next to the Christian Watson diving catch.
Come here.
Because you guys know what play this is. We're going to watch the box cam, and then we're going to get the TV copy of
nice.
exactly what we're talking about, because it's absolutely awesome. We won't have the audio for obvious purposes, but this is a good look at it here too with the protection. And this is what Tim's talking about. Watch him. He's on, no, let's don't do it. No hits. Just get that thing
out. Boom. It's almost like him loading up and releasing the ball was all one motion. He just snapped and the ball was out.
Like a shortstop, just
yep.
around the horn there. Bang.
Turning that double play. Yep.
Yeah. And right here, it might have been hard to see, but Josh Jacobs says, sir, I want you right here. I need you for just a second, please. Yeah. Watch this. Look at him. He goes, Jalen Johnson, come here, little boy.
And then the best part is Johnson tries to tackle him, and he ends up on the ground, but Josh doesn't.
Dude, but what happened? What happened to trying to bite the ball and trying to wrap up and stuff? I mean,
yeah.
Oh, Emilio, they don't play like that.
You want to set a tone, though. I mean, if you're Jalen Johnson, you want to try to get this team back. Dude calls you out on your own sideline. Everybody saw that, man. Look at Eberflus. I cannot believe he just waved my man in like that.
Eberflus is like, I'm gonna lose my damn job. Somebody help me.
I gotta send it into the NFL. I gotta send it in.
Yeah. I sweat pants. I don't know about this penguin approach here with the paddle foot out. What are we doing here? Looking like Bozo the Clown. How the hell you gonna wear a sweatsuit to work on Sunday?
Like look at that form tackle right there. If anybody showed that to anybody 10 years or younger, I feel like they wouldn't be allowed to coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely. But again, let's just watch it one more time. Look at Josh. He knows who it is too. He knows that's Jalen Johnson. Guys, that's one of the highest paid corners in the league. He's like, come here, little boy. Come get your medicine. Love it.
He's like, that was nothing if I had 5 more yards.
And that's the type of stuff, man, that gets your team going. I'm telling you, you heard Tom Brady talk about it, right? Yep. He emphasized it big time. Like, all right, let's go. Now we got something. So third quarter, 7:20 left, 1st and 10 play at Chicago's 32. This is Love to Watson for 25 yards. The play call is, get everything set up, 11 gun, twin left, strong right, T weak, 22 G fake, sluggo, slot fade, wide dig, U leak, T swing.
Ready, break.
Yeah. Hope you remember that. So let's talk about the 12.
Can't.
We're going 12 twin left, right? So it's strong right. There's your tight ends, 2 wide receivers to your left. That's what we call twin left. So we're going 12 gun, twin left, strong right, T weak. The T is on the weak side of the formation, right, opposite the tight ends. And the play call is 22 G fake. All right. So we're going to fake a run to the A gap right. Okay. That's going to be the play fake side. And we're going to pull a guard to really sell it here. All right. So it's going to be, it almost looks like a power G run here, but we're actually faking it out of the gun here. So the actual passing concept or route combination, I should say, is sluggo, slot fade, wide dig. Now, some would call this a dagger concept. Not dagger. What would this be? Where it's the go with the They would still treat this like it's dagger. Like typically with dagger, I'm just going to clear it all off in a minute. You got the 2 with the go, right? And you got the 1 with the dig, right? In this case, though, we're going to go sluggo slot fade. What's a sluggo? A sluggo is a slant and go. All right. So he's going to fake a slant and then run a go route. And then slot fade is real simple. The slot receiver is just going to run a 9 fade like this. So we haven't seen much dagger this year. We've seen a ton of it last year in Matt LaFleur's offense. This is like the counter to that. If teams see a lot of dagger on tape, then you show this sluggo, and it works the same way as the dig. You're faking the dig or faking the slant, and you're running a go. Now you've got that separation there deep, and it works like a charm here to be able to get the ball to Christian Watson. The rest of the play, though, was a Y dig. So the Y is going to run a dig route across the middle. The U is going to leak. So he's going to leak and then come out here and set in a curl route underneath. And then the T is going to turn into a swing pass. So it's going to be a fake run, and then he's going to swing outside here. All right, so that's your play call. Again, 11 gun, twin left, strong right, T weak, 22 G fake, sluggo, slot fade, Y, dig, U leak, T, swing, and the leak is a curl. Key in on this up top because this is the crucial part. Romeo Doubs being unselfish and running this absolutely perfect on a sluggo to get this guy to bite inside. Once he bites inside, it's going to free up this window for that little hole shot for Christian Watson up top. And Jordan Love puts it right on. It's a beautiful throw. Play fake. See him taken? Look at this. Everybody's back. This guy is not going to cover this, right? This guy's back walled off to this play. And it's all Romeo Doubs creating that separation. Now he rolls around, and it's too late.
Yep.
And Tim, once again, Jordan Love getting the ball out. You see, I think that's Jalen Johnson, number 1. He's trying to bait him right there. See him roll off. But look at the ball. Look where the ball's already at, man.
Yep.
That's
this is what we're talking about, maturity in the game. You know, maybe a few weeks ago he throws that ball up the seam to Rome, trying to go for the tutter.
Yeah. And a beautiful throw too.
Play right here. Beautiful.
Because if he lays that ball out here, he's getting him blown up, right?
Yep.
Putting it back here, safe little throw. Christian making a great catch and getting him down inside the 10.
There's one of his 4 explosives.
Yep, there you go.
Great job by Scoot, not trying to do too much either. Just secure that catch and fall backwards,
Yeah. Let's look at the protection real quick. You see the power G fake?
Look at Rasheed Walker.
Telling you, man.
Go back. Look at Rasheed Walker. Big boy football right there.
I love it. He got him by the ear hole, too. I love it, dude. Look at this right here. this guy. Now, listen, he gets a little bit of drive, but Jordan's comfortable in the pocket, boys. You would expect him to be a little bit rattled, even though he's healthy off that injury. He's comfortable in the pocket.
Yeah.
Perfect placement on the ball, too. So, again, you got to give Romeo – you've seen Romeo clapping there at the end. You got to give Romeo credit.
Yep.
Like, he made that play happen.
This is what we talk about with these guys playing for each other. They love to see each other succeed. Nobody's don't believe the hype. Nobody's crying about targets in that receiver room. I promise you.
Exactly. All right, here's third quarter, 6:34. It obviously sets this play up. 6:34 left, 1st and goal at Chicago 7. This is the Josh Jacobs 7-yard touchdown run. What do I got wrote here, boys? Brady said duo. So when the GOAT speaks, you listen. All right. Got 11 ace, strong right nasty. And I love this set. You're gonna see why in a minute. I called 22 dive. Brady said duo. I didn't see a double-double. We'll see if I completely missed it. This is what we're talking about with Christian Watson. Look at this. He's playing you. This is exactly what Coach Lynn was talking about. He's playing tight end right now. This will be Musgrave's role in this offense. Now, what's cool is when you can do that with a receiver and he be effective as a blocker, obviously that's a plus. But also you're probably triggering their nickel defense, right, Emilio? So they're going to be a little lighter in the britches, if you will, trying to stop the run here. And Christian Watson going to get in there and do the dirty work. But let's see if it's actually duo. Tell me if you see duo here.
No.
You see what I'm saying? Unless no. I'm trying to find it and I just don't see it. You got
I'll take the one double.
Yeah, one of them right there. Yeah, but that's about it. Everyone else is one up, one on one.
If Brady wants to call one duo.
If he wants to call it clown car, we'll call it clown car. You know what I'm saying? That's great. That guy's got more rings than Mandy, and I'm about broke. Let me tell you. So,
but look at by the time who's that? By the time Josh Jacobs cuts up, look at the wall right there. You got Josh Myers, Runyon, and Zach Tom. It's the second time someone's cut behind the hip of Zach Tom and had an explosive play or touchdown, right?
Yep. And Zach Tom, let's see where the play started. He ends up on the left hash, Zach Tom does. Look how far he moves, guys. He moves 3 yards to the left. Look at this. That man's a beast. Give him a damn contract. Lock him up for 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Give him that Patrick Mahomes deal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Chris Foster's back. Hold up. Time out. Chris Foster.
You know who else moved three yards to the left?
Who?
Wait. Yeah. Oh, there it is.
It is. I'm sorry. I'll take it.
Put that first one back up there because I know we got the game winner on Chalk Talk here to LOL at Chris Foster for hold on. Total lies detected 2. Packers 3. Packers needing to cheat. We didn't cheat. Whatever.
No Watson catch.
Watson. Okay, yeah, that was a catch on every football field in every country of the world on every single game day. That was a catch. I don't know what you're watching. And an illegal block on the game-winning field goal. Nobody was lined up over your long snapper. Have fun living in your delusional world. And the Bears still suck. Always have, always will. Welcome back, Chris.
Yeah, and thank you for the extra view, Chris. Here's the receipt in case anybody wonders what we're talking about. We got the recibos. We got another recibo here. Hope you guys online, Tom Knott. after beating?
He said, "I told you."
Told us what?
He said, "I told you the Bears
still suck."
Yeah, he said, "I told."
Things could be a lot worse. I could be a Bears fan.
But look what it took. Oh man.
Oh boy, here we go. Now you're reaching, Chris. Come on now. You guys played a hell of a game, but you lost fair and square.
Once the long snapper lifts his head up, he's an eligible player, man. So I mean, he's only defenseless in that motion of him snapping the ball, and he can't stay with his head down. He has to lift it up.
It's true.
God, I love this. I never thought that I would be doing a podcast or a live show. This Bears fans make it so enjoyable. He says illegal.
It brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
Yeah. Chris is, Eberflus went to the league office too. What he asked? Said he want to get it reviewed.
Yeah.
Get it looked at.
I'm not going to. So quit asking.
Oh, but take it back with you. All right. Anyway, we return to your regular scheduled program. I just happened to look up and see that knucklehead in there. That's hilarious. So to the Green Bay touchdown. So
yeah, but exactly. Real quick, Chris, you're not talking about that false start on the running back. Okay, no worries.
You're not talking about
that
Caleb
would definitely have been illegal, right?
Caleb Williams flopping like LeBron James on the sideline too. All right, let's see here. See if we see duo or not. Just that one block.
Double, singles.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Look at Tuck though.
Yeah, Tuck holding the point of attack. You're right, man.
Love it.
His run blocking's come a long way, man.
Mm-hmm.
Watch how he's going to kick inside here, right? Seal that off. He knows where the run's going. Watch him. He's going to step in, bang, get in between him and the running back. Running right through arm tackle.
Quick stutter. All it took was a half a second stutter from Josh, man.
Yep. Huge play. All right, so we're on the board. Let's go on to the next play. I'm sorry. After that touchdown, Chicago goes down, scores a touchdown. That makes it 19-14. They failed the 2-point conversion. Green Bay then goes down the field, and we tried to go for it on fourth down. You guys know how we all feel about that. Failed on that. So Chicago still leads 19-14. Then Chicago was forced to punt as they're still leading 19-14, which brings us to this point. Don't smoke crack. Now, fourth quarter, 3:40 left, 2nd and 6 at their own 26-yard line. This is Love to Watson for 60 yards. This is
is this that no catch Chris was talking about?
I think it is.
Okay,
I think this is that no catch. The play call was 11 gun, dub nasty, strong right, T weak, F cheat to Trey right, X dig, Z climb, F go, Y leak, T safe. The leak is a wheel route. Okay, so let's roll it over here with the F cheat. So we're going to cheat to Trey Wright. You guys know what that means. You now got 3 targets on that side, one of which is a tight end. The play call, as we draw it out here, the play diagram, I should say, is an X dig. All right, going to work a dig. We're going to go Z climb. All right, so the Z is going to be a climb, and that's Christian Watson on the climb route here. All right, might be a little flatter than that. That's why we call it climb. You could take it a little more shallow or a little deeper. Nothing set in stone there. It's a choice route. We're going to go F go. So the F here is Jaden Reed. He's just going to run a go route and clear out. Okay. And then let's see what else we got. A Y leak, which is going to be the will. This is kind of cool. He's going to block, and then he's going to run kind of a trail route. You know, we talk about that all the time, Emilio.
Yep.
There's that little will trail.
I love that trail. I hit that every time in match. Right over the top, the tight ends leaking around. Thank you.
And then we're going to go T safe, which simply means we're going to stay in and block. And it's going to be a 6-man protection. Okay. So this is similar to dagger, or not dagger, but strike. But the only difference is with strike, I'll do this in blue. If it was strike, this guy will be going deep, clearing out for that crosser. Right. Mm-hmm. But the fact that he's running that dig, it's not a strike concept. So it's very similar in that regard, that you're taking the defense away from the launch point there of where you want to put the ball in that crosser. And look, Christian Watson too, boys, fighting through press here, right? And I'm pretty sure it's Jalen Johnson's number 1, right? Am I thinking right, guys?
1 or 6, right?
Yeah.
So you see Christian Watson fighting through and then just dusting. Like he look at my man falling down. Like he is doing everything he can to hang with Christian Watson's stride length, and he's got him by the belt and everything. Look at this. He's beat.
Boom, roasted.
Yeah, Watson with that damn catch, dude. I'm just telling you.
What a catch. A catch. Let's say it again for the Bears fans in the chat. A catch.
They can't hear you, Tim. They've lost 50. They've lost 51 out of the last 51 and 15 since 92.
So bad. It's so bad. Let's take a look at the protection now. The one thing I want to mention here, and I know Josh Myers got a bad grade. This is one of those plays. Jordan's going to get lit up, absolutely lit up. And it's because Josh Myers gets beat. But Jordan Love, he's putting his face right in the fan right here. Watch Josh Myers is going to get beat, right? Luckily, we didn't get called for a hold, thank God, right? Yeah. But he did let him go. But watch Jordan right here, guys. Like, Christian, you see, he's covered right now. I'm pretty sure it is Jalen Johnson. So here's Christian Watson, right? He's covered. And you see Jordan like, all right, I got to put this thing out here. This guy is going to smack him right in the face. Watch Jordan snap the wrist here.
Yeah, and you see there's a good hitch. A little hitch right before the release, waiting to the last possible second.
And that catch by Scoot, man.
Beautiful.
Dude.
This will be one of the top 5 plays of the year, man.
This is right up there with Tucker's diving grab in the end zone. This is a thing of beauty.
Yeah. And I'm just Jordan stepping into that, man. Taking that.
Oh, man. Reminded just a split second right there. Watch the middle of the field on the Bears C. As it comes up, safety realizes right there. He's the one.
Oh, no. He all alone.
He's breakdancing right now. He's like, I need to get back or I'm going to be in trouble.
This catch, too, man, just as he lays out. Look at this.
Tell him again. A catch. That's a catch.
That's what happens when you get your hands under the ball and contact to the ground.
Yep.
See ya.
Like, you see what you want to see. I mean, I don't know how anyone watching this game saw him not catch that ball. You can see he's wearing yellow gloves. You can see the fingers underneath the ball the whole time. So
can you imagine he hurdles him too at the end of this play?
Oh, I love it.
Just been
it's my favorite.
Knee to the grill. I think he gave him a knee to the face.
There.
Bang.
That's my favorite part right there, man. Just a little blap.
Hello.
Takes the other guy out.
Love it.
This poor guy right here got his feelings hurt over here. Look,
he's kicking his foot. Look at him.
He doing the Caleb Williams. Mom.
He caught it.
I love it.
So again, that's probably the most important play of the game. That's going to set up this score here in just a second. So this play here, all this happening, guys, in the last 4 minutes is just awesome. Like it got so, and it was just momentum built. And Jordan Love took over the freaking game, right?
Yeah.
This play here, we got a fourth quarter, 3:12 left, 1st and 10 at Chicago's 14. Jordan Love, 13-yard run. Chicago's still leading 19-14. The play call, we'll draw it out anyway, was 11 gun, Trey right nasty, T weak, X curl, slot cross, Y switch pivot, T swing. All right, so if we go from left to right, X is just going to be a curl route, okay? I'm going to hook up there a little bit. Slot cross is going to be the climb dig, obviously, so we're going to be looking to do the slot cross. You guys see what I'm saying about this concept. LaFleur loves it, don't he? There's just literally 4 places you could throw the ball in 2 routes. It's a phenomenal combination. And then Y switch pivot is really cool. The Y is going to come out and run a switch release and then pivot to come back inside, okay? So he's going to be kind of the safety valve underneath, and you got the T swing. If they try to heat you up with a blitz, you could throw that swing right out the gate. That's the play call, though. 11 gun, Trey right nasty, T weak, X curl, slot cross, Y switch, pivot, T swing. Nothing's going to be open. Let me give you a spoiler alert here, okay? Nothing is going to be open, and watch what Jordan does. He's just going to make chicken salad out of chicken you know what. First of all, this is the type of stuff that happens when you're rushing up the field. If he just presses that pocket, this play doesn't happen. Everybody's covered up, right? I mean, look at this. Everybody is covered. You might be able to throw this guy open down here, but you got so many bodies there, you're worried about them fading back and baiting you into throwing a pick in the red zone. Right. Jordan's just going to tuck his thing and try to do it himself. And again, he started, it was 22 yards away and just bang, taking a lick. I'm with Tim. I still think he got the ball inside the pylon. I don't know how you feel about it, Emilio. To me, it looked like he might have got there.
Mm-hmm.
But there's another good look at it again. And this is just Jordan taking over the game right here, man. You need a play. Let's go make it. Luckily, that rush got so far up the field.
Oh, he wanted to throw that ball to Bird.
Oh, yeah.
Go back there.
Bad.
So bad. You almost saw him pull the trigger there before he tucked it.
Look at that.
They need one of them snowplow markers. You know, those little, like, you know, those orange rods. Let's just so he can knock it, man.
Yeah.
My whole thing is the contact is initiated inbounds. He's driven to the boundary. Right foot is down, and now the ball's stretched. So, like, in my mind's eye, who the hell cares where his body is now? He was inbounds when he was contacted. He's stretching out.
Mm-hmm.
If the tip of that ball breaks the plane, it's a tutter.
Right. Just because the pylon's not 4 feet tall, that's the only reason. That's the only reason we don't know if it's touchdown or not.
Exactly. The rule is the pylon goes all the way to God's footsteps.
Can we just put a camera going up on the pylon? Can we just like do a vertical camera? They already got a camera going down the side.
Or even some kind of laser something in the pylon. You know what I mean? Where it's like, kind of the border. I'm not saying I want a laser light shoot. I'm saying it triggered the laser, whatever. It's 2024 for God's sakes. Like we hit an asteroid with something the size of a Volkswagen, right? And we can't figure out if this guy broke the damn plane. What are we doing here? So I don't know. Some would say we didn't hit that asteroid, but I don't know. Let's keep that between us. But all right, again, just Jordan, man, trying to make something happen. I love it, man. Thank God he didn't fumble. If he'd have fumbled, it would have been really, really bad because there's a good chance it fumbles out of the end zone, right? And it's a touchback. I have no problem with a guy trying to win the damn ball game right there, though, man.
Matt down at the bottom there, touchdown.
Yeah.
Matt and 5 million Packer fans at the same time.
Yeah. All right, so that's going to set up this play right here where it's going to be the quarterback sneak. Fourth quarter, 2:59 left, first and goal. Chicago's 1 yard line. It's going to be the Love QB sneak. And I like how they set it up, too. They put our boy Tucker in motion because, teams are really, really aware of Tucker right now inside the 5 when or if it's a 4th and 1 call, right, to try to pick up the first down. They'll motion him over sometimes and let him end under center. There's a lot of stuff that the Packers doing really creative in that regard. But they go 12 ace nasty, Trey left, bunch nasty, U85 flex cheat to H right, check to the sneak. So he's going to check to a sneak. I think this was a dive play, guys. So you're going to see Tucker come over as the H back. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they set this up for later and do a fullback dive to Tucker.
Yeah.
I could see
little
that
trap, little like kind of reverse step underneath. Ooh.
Yeah, but
even a strong toss, right? Something just get him going.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yep.
But you see Jordan check. See him? He goes can. Everybody got it. He's going to run the sneak, and I'm going to show you why he chose to do that. Look at Tucker.
Was that on quiet count? I don't remember. Do you just tap him on the inner thigh? Say, hey, let me get it real quick. No one needs to know.
Watch. He actually lets everybody know on the field. That's why I think it's a cam. Watch him right here. As soon as he motions over, and this is why he did this. Look at this gap right here, boys.
Yep.
He sees that and thinks, I'm about to steal this Mountain Dew from a
baby. And then when Tucker comes over, look at nobody's going to that gap.
Feels. Yep. So you see what I'm saying, Emilio? Can, and you see Tucker communicates he got it. See him tap his head.
Yep.
And it's off to the races. Just a great job by Jordan. Get in there, man. And Tucker pushing him in too.
It's true because seeing it from this angle, if it was supposed to go to Josh Jacobs on a handoff, it's getting blown up. So
I could see that.
Absolute. I mean, look at the whole left side. I mean, if that ball's handed off, man, we're probably losing a yard there. Honestly, great.
If he tries to bounce it out, you got this guy containing. If you try to bounce it out here, you got this guy, right?
And you got to think that's what Jordan saw. And then once you flex Tucker over, you're feeling good, right? You got someone, And honestly, Kraft is kind of the reason we got in here. He gave him that final push here on the back end.
I think that adds to your point of Clayton, of the fact that he had to can it just so that he knew, hey, I need a little shove here, a little love shove here, get me in.
Because if he just keeps it between him and the center, he doesn't get that shove, right?
Right.
You probably got Kraft just doing his normal lead block wherever they're going with the football, right?
Yep.
Whether it was a 22 or a 24, I'm not sure. But again, Jordan just sticking his nose in there, man.
Yep. And you see he picks the left shoulder of Josh there to go in. So he was definitely looking at that gap.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so Green Bay now leads 20-19. Now, for all those stat nerds that are screaming about going for it on 2, going for 2, if Chicago hadn't went for 2 earlier in the game, be tied up right now. Think about that.
Yep.
We'd have went to overtime, right? If Matt LaFleur hadn't went for it on 4th down, we would have won. We would have won the game regardless of that right there. You might have been running Rolodex just a second ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Trying to run the clock down, then score. So that stuff matters, man. And hopefully we get away from it a little bit and stop playing so aggressive. Yeah, listen, we've gotten away from the, as Brady Papinga would say, aggressivity of going for it on fourth down when you're in a punting situation, because Daniel Whelan is an absolute freaking weapon. And now that you've got a good kicker, a solid kicker, 40 yards in, really 50, almost, I would say 45 yards in, Brandon McManus is pretty money. Take the field goals, take the points, right? Yep. You ain't got to worry about it anymore. So, but we're going to show a couple plays here that were positive plays. These were the sacks, TJ Slaton's sack, and then Rashawn Gary's sack, and then we'll get to the block kick, and that'll pretty much wrap it up. But nickel 4-2-5, cover 6, and the 6 is going to be on the bottom of your screen. Slaton gets a sack, but I want you guys to see why he gets the sack here. It's because Rashawn Gary gets a pressure and forces Caleb to step right up into the paws of TJ Slaton. But cover 6, what's that call? 6 is going to be at the bottom. So what you got is deep quarter, deep half. So this half down here is cover 4. That half is cover 2. 2 plus 4 equals 6. That's why they call it cover 6. All right. So it's going to be a cover 6 call. And you could tell it looks like Caleb Williams is trying to read Chinese right here. He goes, what the hell is this? Because one half of the field, again, is half, and this guy's staying outside the hash covering quarter, and Keyshawn playing out over the top technique, ready to cover quarter as well. And notice what we always talk about. This is the old Nick Saban approach from Alabama back in the day. 2 receivers equals triangle, right? There's your triangle defenders.
Yep.
Right. If you've got in this case, you've got 2 receivers and you've actually got a box. You were prepared for 3 over here.
The 3's coming, right? I think he's leaking out, no?
Right there.
Yeah.
Yep, got it. So, again, you always want to stay +1 in the hat count when you're playing any kind of zone or zone match, and that's what that means. 2 receivers, 2 targets equals triangle, make a triangle, and 3 receivers or targets equals box. You got 4 defenders on 3. You're always staying +1 on the hat. But, again, let's roll it back. Actually, we'll just play it. You'll see TJ Slaton get the sack, and then we'll go to the end zone cam. And but I'll tell you, Caleb Williams' back got to be hurting today. After
I mean, if you really look at it, though, that's kind of on him. He made a decision to step up in that pocket rather than throw that leak pass.
Yep. And the reason being is, look at this. Watch Gary. Just dog walks him.
Yep.
So Caleb has to duck down. He can't let the ball go. And he thinks right here, I've got a lane, boys. Look at that. Right?
Look at that opening.
Yeah. Watch TJ Slaton, man. We got Mandy grabbing me trying to go to bed at night. Saying, nope, take the trash down. Right there, look.
Yeah, that's called shedding your blocker right there.
I love that TJ just climbed on his back. You know that hurt, man.
Yeah.
Caleb's like, I don't even want to try to keep my legs turning right now.
See, that's a great example of when it's smart to go high, right?
Yeah, right.
Like you put that 300+ pounds on that quarterback's back, he's going to the ground every time.
And again, that play doesn't happen if Gary doesn't press that pocket.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge.
Yeah, they can't call that a hip drop tackle. That wasn't illegal. That was just a weighted tackle. I would call that.
That was a belly drop tackle right there.
That was TJ's first solo sack too.
I love
it.
Telling
you,
of his career, I'm pretty sure.
Is he in a 1? What is he playing? Is he a 1-eye? What is he in right here?
Let's go back real quick. I'll tell you right now. He does play nose, so that's typically the 1. Let's see where we got him here though. They may have he's in the 1.
Yeah.
So you got him right here. 1 tech. So he's in the 1 and Kenny is in a 4-eye, right? Is what I would call that. Is that what you call that, Emilio? He's on the inside half, inside shoulder here. Yeah. So So essentially across the line, you've got, they call it a wide 9. I think that's more of a 7, but everybody calls it a wide 9. So they would say 9, right? 1, and then you would go 4-eye, and then another 9, which again, I kind of feel like they're 7s because here's the tight end, a perfect look, right? You're on the outside shoulder of the tight end. That's more of a 7 than a 9. It just seems like once you get one gap out, everybody just refers to it as wide 9 for whatever reason. So maybe you are splitting hairs in that situation, but we'll roll.
If I'm McDuffie's tight end side, wouldn't that make him like this play? If McDuffie's tight end side, wouldn't he be the Mike this play?
Are we in a nickel? Yeah, we're nickel 4-2-5, right? So the way you identify that is that's your tight end. So that makes the Mike the strong. The Mike will always be on the strong side. So that makes Quay the will. Yeah, that's correct. So
interchangeable, man.
Yep, absolutely, man. And again, it's something we uncovered this offseason. Look, everybody's going to get caught up. Mike will. They're very interchangeable in that regard. But again, Gary, great press. TJ Slaton needs to be on the field more, boys. I'm just telling you. And
Amen.
I know there's some people saying that it's just one play, Clayton. He's amongst the defensive linemen, meaning the defensive ends and the tackles. His pressure rate is higher. I think it's the highest of all of our defensive tackles, even more so, I think, than Devontae White. So,
and TJ Slayton is the piss is always hot with that guy. We'll just put it that way.
Grave Digger 2.0, man.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. All right. So again, Gary presses the pocket, forces him out. TJ Slayton gets the sack. Next play, nickel 4-2-5. This looks like cover 3 match to me. Okay, so it's going to be match principles, but deep. I think they may interchange there, and this is going to be curl flat, right? Drop, curl flat is how that's going to play out. So it's just a 4-man rush. Key on our boy Rashawn Gary, who's heating up. Don't look now. Gary haters, here he comes. Again, just another bull rush. Get off me, little boy.
Oh,
he ran right through the face of the tackle, man. And honestly, these should have been the key plays at the end, but unfortunately they convert on that 3rd and long, and Igbare can't bring Caleb Williams down with the sack. But these are 2 huge plays by TJ Slayton and Rashawn Gary. I love that they got Slayton on the field right here, guys. I really do. That shows you what they think of him. This is a passing situation, right?
Yep.
So, and look now, Quay's Mike. Look how fast that switch.
Yep, there you go. Good point. Very interchangeable. Look at Gary, dude.
Fighting through the foul too. Like how did this man's face look like this after that play if he didn't get hands to the face?
I love how he just looked at the camera too. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Great sack, man.
That's why I hit the
we'll send this one into the league office too, you know.
That's why he hit the sled 4,000 times this offseason, you know.
Oh yeah.
I want to roll it back one more time and see if look at Kenny.
Getting doubles at the 5th time this game already.
The reason that Gary is able to get to the quarterback is he is in single block, right? And the reason being is, look at this right here. Kenny Clark drawing another double team.
I know someone mentioned it in the chat earlier. We saw a couple plays already.
That doubled the whole game, man. Yep. And that's why it's so important to have a 3-tech and an edge, right? And typically you want to play on the opposite side of each other, in my opinion. But in this case, they're on the same side. So, it worked. And then, of course,
here we go.
Yeah. This
Where you at, Chris? Is Chris still in the chat, or did he leave?
I think he's gone.
Hey, does anybody see anyone lined up over the long snapper here in the middle? Anybody?
That flame burnt out, Tim.
Yep.
Oh, man, I love it, dude. And this speaks for itself. We might be able to see a little bit of the celebration up top, but ball's blocked. We'll get the end zone. Okay, look at everybody right here. I just love it, dude. Everybody fired up.
Where's Matt? That's who I was looking for.
That's what I'm looking for. I thought it was him in the white, but it definitely is not.
I think that's
he's right.
That's Campanelli in the white.
No, I think he's right above the ref, the head ref. He's got a play sheet in his hand.
Right here. Is that him in the vest?
Yeah. Yeah. Now speed it up, or does it go any further?
Let's see here. Yeah, that's definitely coach. That's the floor. Yeah, you see him throw his hands up.
That was Campanelli pushing Bisaccia there that you caught the other night.
Got it. So that was Bisaccia, huh? I'm thinking
I think so, yeah.
It's hard to tell. They cut it off.
I love it. Pause it. Again, is anybody covering up the long snapper?
No, uncovered currently, Tim.
By definition, they're lined up on the outside of his shoulders.
And he is defenseless while his head is down. Okay.
Yep.
But he has to bring his head up. So you can't stay down the whole time.
Right.
Yeah, he took himself out of that play. You're absolutely right, Emilio. And of course, TJ was getting held on that. Carl Brooks was getting held too, but we'll leave that alone. Still got a block.
Yeah, we could break this down like this Zapruder film all night, man. Look at just enough hand on it, man.
Look at our boy TJ getting vertical too. I mean, did you see that man get off the ground?
Yep.
Edrin Cooper in there too. I love it. Was that Cooper or Inigbari there on the edge?
I'm not sure. Let's see.
55 or 56 there on the right.
56. You're right.
Coop getting in there.
Cooper was laying the wood on special teams too, man, on these kickoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Love it. Hey, they saw something though, right? They talked about the low trajectory on his kicks. We saw it earlier in the game. I love it.
Yeah. There you go. That's Chalk Talk. Packers get a big win, 20-19 in Chicago. Look at
that play didn't win the game. the Jordan Love willing this team into the end zone on the series before that won the game.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Let's remember that. Carl Brooks just sealed the deal for us. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. And shout out to Andrew Petro, been a member for a month. I know you said it earlier. And Chris M, been a member for 8 months. Love it. Appreciate you guys supporting the show for sure.
And real quick, iRock asked, how do you become a member?
So there's two different things you can do here, iRock. You can join our Patreon group, one of the 3 tiers. You just got to be a member of one of the 3 tiers. You scan that QR code that'll send you to patreon.com/PackerFan Total Access. Or if you want to just become a YouTube member, both of which enter you into the giveaways that we do throughout the year. If you go to your YouTube app and you click right on our channel.
Mm-hmm. After you click subscribe, you then.
I think you subscribe.
I love it. Marketing genius over here.
You're going to see a tab that says join, and that's how you join as a member. And I think we got it set to, what is it, like $2.99 or $1.99 or something like that, whatever the default was. So,
but if you want, you can also join the Patreon group, and then you can, chat and have all those options, in the group chat, and everybody, we're all in there kind of thing.
We always recommend that you join the Patreon group because there's a lot more features there. Right. And we were going to hit on some of the Patreon questions tonight. We're going to do it tomorrow because obviously Chalk Talk was jam-packed tonight. But we got all, everybody hearing my voice right now. We got questions for the show, and we got a Chalk Talk question or 2 as well that's in there. So if you guys got more questions in the Patreon group, fire them away, and we'll hit on them in the morning.
Nice.
So definitely going to do a morning show tomorrow. Maybe flying solo, Tim. You're going to be out tomorrow morning, right?
Yeah, heading out of town. I'll hopefully be back in time for the Niner game pregame on Sunday. So
good deal.
So we'll be back in the morning. Like I said, I'll be in here flying solo, grab a cup of coffee, and we'll just talk a little Packers. We'll hit on some of I thought about looking at the key statistics team-wise. I think that stuff's important to keep your finger on the pulse there on, all right, exactly how does everything look in that regard. So you guys got anything else, Phyllis?
Yeah, I mean, if it's okay with you, Emilio, I just got one more thing.
The Bears still suck.
I'm looking forward to playing that again, week 18. We'll hit it again, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Daryl asked what time in the morning. We'll be going live 8:30 a.m. Central Time. Okay, that's when we'll be going live for Good Morning Lambeau, which is just an extension of PTA. But yeah, we'll get in here and talk some more ball. So, Emilio, you got anything, man?
Nothing. No, I'm great Chalk Talk. Good win. Hey, it's a W in the win column. That's all that matters. Week by week league. All right, we got San Fran coming up.
Let's go.
Mr. Larry Cano in the chat, good to see you, but he says Whelan also saved a bad snap on the second PAT. I missed that. That's awesome. Whelan's an animal, dude. I'm just telling you that you can't. Nope. I guarantee you, Matt LaFleur sleeps well at night knowing that Daniel Whelan is his placeholder and his punter. But that dude, his RAS is in the 9s for a punter. What is he, like 6'5" or something crazy?
Yeah, we saw the vertical. He saved that snap from going over for a safety.
Huge. You don't think about that stuff, right? You really don't. Emilio, when you're signing your punter on Madden, you ain't seeing how tall he is. Right?
No. I was just looking at the overall, man. If he's over 90, man, I'll take it.
Exactly. All right, man. Look at J. Cole bringing the hard-hitting facts here. 93% chance of making the playoffs if we win. Let's go.
Big.
I love it.
And we'll also have the injury report tomorrow night. We'll be hitting on it. Got to keep our eye on George Kittle. The rumors are he's going to be ready this week. Of course he is, right, for the Packers week. But we'll give you all the injury updates and all that good stuff tomorrow too. So, fellas, thank y'all so much. This was fun. I appreciate it.
Oh,
thank you, man. This was great.
All right, help me out here, Tim.
For those of you listening on the pod,
thank you for making us a part of your day. As always, let's go out and be the change we want to see in the world. Go Pack, go.